I have some assistants, not, sadly, in the event, not the assistants, sadly, of Glenn Wool or Scott Capurro, who have both fallen victim to the curse of Copstick. Scott Capurro has got, what happened to Scott?
Pneumonia.
And
that's how powerful I am.
Absolutely, and Glenn Wool remained, in fact, can we get a sort of barrier? Can we get some perspex like the hay? And Glenn Wool, unfortunately, has man flu. So to help me do this, we've got some assistance from these two gentlemen over here. To my left, Trevor Locke, QC.
Yay!
And to the right, Bob Slayer, QVC.
Hello!
And his conjoined twin, Patrick Monahan.
Thank you very much, thank you. Stop clapping.
Can you please tell the court something about yourselves, Trevor Locke?
Well, I'm here under duress. I think the whole thing's it's an open and shut case. I open my mouth and you shut yours. I have no idea what it's about. It's clear that it's a waste of everyone's time, but hopefully we can raise a lot of money for myself and other vulnerable members of my family. I am a comedian. If you've never heard of me, how do you know it is me?
Very good. A waste of everyone's time. Interesting words. No disagreement here. Now, Mr. Slayer, could you tell us a few words about yourself? Introduce yourself as you're staring at me with the eyes of a man who hasn't been to bed in some time.
I'm a bit weary, Mr. Stuart Goldsmith. But what I will say is, it's a pleasure to defend somebody who is innocent. Because if they're guilty, I'm really rubbish at it.
Good, well there we are, it's a strong opening.
Before we go on though, what is she charged with?
The charges are, overruled.
Hang on, I'll tell you what, Stuart looks very impressive as a judge. Doesn't he look really good as a judge? Doesn't he look fantastic?
Sustained.
You look great as a judge.
The charge is to see if the the prosecution charge is that Copstick is a failed performer.
Oh.
That's what we're judging here today. And she's much beloved, as you know, of the comedy industry. She's like the little Scottish
Copstick once gave me 6 stars. Yeah. Well, I say once. She actually gave me 3 stars twice, and I added them together.
Excellent work. So I'm going to hand over to the prosecution to start the trial. Mr. Trevor Locke, QC, take it away.
Kate, Catherine, Katie, whatever you're called. Please state your full... Miss Copstick, I don't care. Please state your full name as you understand it and your occupation as you understand it.
My name is Catherine Mary Copstick, and I am the senior comedy critic for the Scotsman newspaper. I haven't reviewed your show yet. I'm the senior comedy critic for the Scotsman. Of all stars to be given out to comics at this fringe festival. That's stars, Trevor, stars.
Do I look like a man who gives a fig about stars? I transcend stars.
So you've had some shit reviews then?
Shit reviews? You review me in your own imagination. I exist in the minds of the audience as individuals. They are not brainwashed by the mass media that you are a lackey for.
So the show's not selling well?
The show doesn't need to sell well. The more people that come to it, the more I am under the thumb of the ruling classes, which you are the spokesperson from.
In your dreams, Fred.
In my dreams, in my nightmares, I received 5 stars from you. Last year, we won't talk about that yet. Now,
don't spend all your pocket money at once, Trevor.
Well, let's just a little psychological test. We're running under the premise that you're insane.
That was going to be our defence.
Brilliant. Let's just do a little simple Freudian test. It's word association. I'm going to read out a list of words, mouth noises to you, and you will say the first association that comes to mind. Let's start off. Comedy.
star.
Nothing! Nothing came out. She's the senior comedy critic of The Scotsman, and nothing came out. All she could do was say what she was seeing. From my knockout blow. The first question I ask her has a really... Right, second, just the first word that comes to your mind. Law.
Ass.
Yes, okay, very good. Drama.
Critic.
Mime.
Crap.
Improv.
Rubbish.
Magic.
Rubbish.
Miranda Hart.
Talentless.
Sarah Millican.
Yeah.
Order.
She's a national treasure.
So we'll stop there. We'll continue the word association in a moment. But Miranda Hart and Sarah Millican. Talentless. And the second one we will not repeat.
C-bomb.
Exactly.
Sorry, my dad's in the audience.
Now, I will open this up. You're the jury. I'm sure you've seen Sarah Millican's work, Miranda Hart's work. Let's have one more association here with the words Michael McIntyre.
Genius.
I think the silence of the court speaks for itself.
Sarah Millican, cunt. Michael McIntyre, genius. And you are not a bitter, failed performer.
I didn't say I wasn't a bitter film.
Quiet!
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute, what's this?
I'd like 5 minutes with my client to the Jägermeister, please. She needs to be sedated.
She's doing okay.
Was that a confession? Do we need to carry on?
It did sound a little confessing.
It did, didn't it?
Objection! It was harassment by the prosecution.
It's like the Rocky film. In the first part of the film, she goes down,
Oh, right.
but she's not really down.
I really don't want to see Copstick going down in the first half of this show.
More on that later.
Thank you very much.
I should like to. I should like the court to strike that image from their minds.
Especially my
Too
dad.
late. Too late. It's there. In your mind.
Continue, Mr. Locke.
Oh, me again, yes, okay. So, well, I'd like to... So why do you think Michael McIntyre's a genius, but Sarah Millican is a cunt?
Well-
What's the difference, apart from the genitalia?
Well, I think that the way I look at comedy as the senior comedy critic of The Scotsman.
So if I could just interject here, we are trying you for being a failed performer, and you have failed to notice there's a microphone here.
I can see that I just have I'm a trained field performer, and my voice can carry without. It's only a very small room, tunnel.
Do continue.
I feel that it ought to take more than a Geordie accent and a lot of anecdotes about biscuits to form a comedy career.
Are we talking about Millican or me?
It's getting increasingly difficult to tell the difference.
I did try to hug Sarah Millican for 25 hours first, and this was second best.
Next question.
Well, I mean, it's a brilliant answer, absolutely brilliant answer. It ought to take more than a Geordie accent and an obsession with biscuits. It ought to, but I would say that's the genius of the woman, that it doesn't need to. If anyone is a genius, it is Millican for getting by on biscuits and a Geordie accent. Now, let's go on. Word association. Children.
Ugh.
Men. Women. Female comedians.
Shit. Except for Adrienne Truscott at Bob's Bookshop at like 10 o'clock at night. Genius.
Okay,
Brilliant, amazing, wonderful.
All female comedians awful apart from Adrienne
Truscott.
Who I believe performs naked from the waist down, is that right?
and
Gotta
has
have a gimmick.
yeah. And
Is that what you
name
call it?
and also has the name of a man.
Stuart, perhaps if you tried that, you'd go further and show me the copy.
I'm sure they would love me to have tried that, and subtly apply pressure behind the scenes on that account. But let's move on.
I would like you to continue the word association with erotica.
Oh yes, please.
Literature. Prostitutes.
That's not a word. Sorry, you're doing mime association now, which by your own admission is crap.
The audience are understanding what's going on here. They're making up their minds as you fail to utter a single mouth noise to these simple
I have a
words.
very expressive face.
That's not what we asked for. We asked for word associations, not spatial expressions.
Right, sorry.
Okay, so we'll start again.
Right.
Slayer.
Bob.
Shappy Corsandi.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now explain.
Oh.
Shappy Corsandi, another woman, another successful woman, another successful female comedian, and look at the face you're doing. And there's no biscuits or Geordie accents involved with Shappy Corsandi.
But that's the thing, there's not even biscuits and a Geordie accent. I mean, the success of Shappy Corsandi is just, it's just beyond comprehension.
Beyond your comprehension. And this is the point. Beyond the narrow comprehension of a failed performer, yes. But to the rest of us...
She's about as funny as cystitis.
I find cystitis hilarious.
That's only because it gives you a chance to scratch.
And also because Bob has cystitis. I can vouch for that from last night.
Well, apart from...
It smells.
Shappy Corsandi is funny.
Do I think Shappy Corsandi is funny? I think she's an enormously, she's
Just end the sentence there.
She is a very, very charmingly musing woman. She's funny.
And I should like to point out that the prosecution is not in the witness box at this stage.
Okay. Just checking.
She's terrible.
I rest my case.
Do you officially rest your case? Because we can all go to the park.
Now, what we'd like to do now is, so I think we've established that there's a certain amount of, you hate women, you're a misogynist, and you're particularly jealous of successful female comedians. That's what we've established there. What I want to do now is go back and look at your own failed career as a performer. Please share. Let's ask you to share three particular things that spring to mind. You want to say that this is a professional, successful career as a performer. We're going to see how you're a miserable failure. Please share something that you have in your back catalogue, as it were.
Well, I was called